So I'm Zoe, I work for Services for Empowerment and Advocacy. C is a community interest company that was established in 2008. C deliver advocacy and participation opportunities to people, enabling them to have a voice into housing, health and social care. One of the things that C believe very strongly in is the concept of dialogue and not confrontation.
So the way we approach advocacy is we find it best to open up sort of dialogue rather than running into a service, banging on the table and sort of demanding change happens.
C believe that involving people in organisations, in decision making, allows services to become more cost effective, more responsive to the needs of the people that they work alongside. And one of the things that I'm proudest of all with regards to C is actually, going on a journey with some of our volunteers and just seeing the development within themselves.
I like being a C volunteer. I think I would look at it as a privilege.
I was in a very dark place and I'm now confident, I've grown, and if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be. But it's changed my life, it really has. Looking at myself now, I can't believe it's me.
C do advocacy in two different ways. We do advocacy, caseload advocacy, so that's where an individual comes to us. They're looking to get their voice heard within an organisation. It could be anything from speaking to a key worker to helping them complete a complaint. As advocates, we're completely neutral, so it's not for us to judge what is reasonable or is unreasonable. We're there to solely support that individual to get their voice across.
I'm an advocate at C, and that means that I do one-to-one advocacy. So that means that they might want to make a complaint or have a comment or suggestion for the service, and I will support them to make that complaint or to get their voice heard within the service. We do group advocacy, which means that for me, I will go to resident meetings and we will have a group of residents will sit around the table. I will take the minutes of the meeting and then I will feed that back to a manager, and then the manager will give me feedback from what's been brought up at the meeting.
Advocacy isn't about giving advice. A good advocate would never advise anybody on what they should do. What they would do is work with that person to explore what it is that they hope to achieve. We train social work students at local universities, and as part of that, people will get involved with us and not only help us to deliver the teaching sessions, but also develop the content.
We interview them to go on to the next year. You have to make sure that that they can be safe to go out there, they're capable of going out there, so I think it's quite an important role.
It's very interactive and is very much about volunteers working alongside some of the students to explore how it can feel using services and what are some of the qualities and skills that they look for in people.
They love it because we are normal people. We're not subjects in a book. By going there and trying to set a standard, they'll perhaps bring that into their practice as well.
We offer peer-to-peer training. So again, when somebody is interested in doing some volunteering with us, it's important for people that, you invest in them being willing to give up the time, and training is a good way of being able to do that and show people that you're committed to them. One of the great things about our training is that obviously we're able to go in as an independent organisation with kind of fresh eyes and start to explore with different agencies what it is that they actually want to achieve through meaningful participation. So you offer participation opportunities to volunteers with whom we work alongside. It's about enabling people to participate and have a voice within the services that they receive. A group of people might want to get together and produce a newsletter. We work alongside local housing associations to enable people to participate, up to a more formal setting where you might enable people to kind of participate within strategic meetings.
So they can help with strategic decisions within our organisation. It means their voice is being heard at the highest level.
It's quite an eye-opener, and they, the board, if you like, they get an injection of reality.
I'm meeting different people all the time, you know, in small groups, big groups. The more that's been done, the more confidence that I've grown. And I like it, I like the challenge, you know. I want to know what's coming next.
One of the great things about participation, where it is, you know, it's done in a meaningful way, is that it allows people to find their identity again and realise just how much knowledge and expertise that they have. Consultation can happen in lots of different ways. C have undertaken consultation through film, through photography, through questionnaires, through interviews.
We've just done commissioning for services. What we would like to see from a service user standpoint. Just recently we've done service audits. We go into services and we speak to the users of the service, and with that we've got a set specific questions that we have to ask. Do you know about this? Do you know about that? And depending on what the outcome is of the actual audit, things will change. So it's a good thing.
We also produced a film which again sort of highlighted people's experiences of welfare reform.
Pounds not pence, and sent to the councillors a disc of what we wanted to say, and it had quite an effect.
It's about making sure that you make the findings available to people in a way that's beneficial to them. One of the things that I'm proudest of all with regards to C is actually, you know, going on a journey with some of our volunteers and just seeing the development within themselves.
Well, if I look at myself now to what I was like a year and a half ago, I'm a total different person. I wouldn't speak. I wouldn't speak up for myself. Now I feel confident. I feel that I can challenge anything, whereas before I'd never challenge anything. So I've had great rewards as well from it. Like before I was a nervous wreck, I wouldn't do anything. Now I'm like, yeah, come on, I'll do it, you know. Looking at myself now, I can't believe it's me. But it's changed my life, it really has.
C offers a lot of opportunities for people, and it helps people to kind of develop within themselves. We've seen people that have been quite kind of anxious and things like that, and over time they've kind of seen a change in themselves as well, and they've become more confident within themselves and developed, you know, friendships and things like that from being part of C.
I mean, looking back, I can see where I started from where I am now. It's been sort of like day and night, really. When I started here, I must have had depression for quite a while before I got diagnosed. It's brought me out of myself, doing the jobs that we do.